Hello, I'm Hal Lublin.
And I'm Mark Gagliardi.
Since the dawn of humanity, one issue has gone unsettled. With the fate of the world in the balance, we're here to settle, once and for all, best outdoor seating.
That's right. Don't worry, everyone. We got this.
Podcasts should have a theme song. Podcasts should not have a theme song. Yes, they should. No, they shouldn't. They sound good. Yeah, but people are just going to skip past it. You know what? You're right. We got this.
Best outdoor seating.
Weren't expecting that, were you?
No, I wasn't. That was
I don't think anybody will hear it.
I don't either.
But I did. Sometimes we do a fun one for us that nobody hears. Maybe it's
like
in
a
there.
little urchin voice was what we got this time. Sometimes
Yeah.
it's been a ferocious voice. And really, you could make an entire cartoon demo reel out of just you saying the names of the topics, but the final take of you saying the name of the topic.
Yeah. How are you doing?
I'm good. It's been cleaning day here. It's been like cleaning and admin day, but I got out this morning, because part of that was taking the car for an oil change. And they were like, here's the difference between taking an oil change where I usually take my car, which is the drive-in place that takes 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I was taking Annie's car in and she does it at the dealership. And at the dealership, they're like, great, we'll see you in a couple hours.
Yeah. Why?
Because apparently in a Subaru, everything's all in weird places. And a place like, I've even taken it there before. I was like, that's silly. Of course they'll take it. Went to the drive-through place and they were like, yeah, man, it's a Subaru. We don't do those. Like, what?
Oh,
I know. So I had a couple of hours to walk today. I took a long walk, did some, errands while walking through Glendale. Got a few miles in. And then, since then, it's just been inside these four walls. So I may be a little stir crazy.
that's okay.
How about you, brother?
Well, when I talked to you earlier today, you were baking. You were going to deliver some cookies for your friend.
Oh, that's
Gail's
right.
birthday.
No, I did take
made a
another
trip.
little break. I took a little trip to take some gluten-free cookies to my friend Gail at work because it is her birthday.
Yeah. Now we record this at a very reasonable hour.
Yeah.
It's 5:40 p.m. Pacific time.
Mm-hmm.
Just so everybody to know, I have been up for 14 hours.
Why have you been up for so long?
Because I had to take Jennifer to the airport. She had a 6:00 flight. So drop her off
Yes.
at LAX at 4:30, drive back up to my neighborhood, go to the park where I run for 80 minutes, starting at 5:30.
No
So
godmother today, though.
No. My friends were not there. Another one of my friends was there, a guy named Shao, who I would pass all the time, and he was real quiet. And I've discovered, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this quietly, but like when a bunch of people exercise in the same area, they become friendly with each other.
I love
And
that.
I don't know that one time we passed each other and he was like, hey, keep going. I was like, he doesn't know me. And then we talked afterwards. He's like, you're out here every day. It's really impressive. Really great job. And now when I go, he's like, oh, you're getting faster. Good job. Or he'll walk with me and we'll catch up. Lovely to
Dude.
see my friend Shao.
I love this. I love the new world you're creating while walking.
Yes. My other friends, the godmother, Michelle and Kathleen, they were not there.
The consigliere, the godmother and the consigliere.
Did that, worked all day. When I talked to you, I was going to pick up pizza. I'd ordered
How
pizza.
was the pizza?
It was so good. But here's the thing. This place has two locations. One is about 15 minutes away. One is about 25 minutes away. I show up at the 15-minute place. I got off the phone with you, immediately went in. I was like, hey, I'm Hal. I called in an order. They're like, we didn't get a phone order today. And that was when I realized, they were like, oh, you probably ordered from the other place.
Now, is it still 25 minutes away? Is it 15 plus 25?
Well, I've driven the 15 minutes to get there. It's another 11 to get to the second place, the second location. I go to the second location. I get my pizza. I got a small pizza with bacon on it.
Nice.
And brought it home, had a few slices. The rest went in the fridge.
Love it.
It was a small pizza. It's so good.
I could not see you have discipline I don't have. What I do when I order a pizza for just myself is I will get it and I'll be like, I'm going to have a few slices of this and then I'm going to put it in the fridge. I will take it out of the fridge so quickly that it's still warm for round two. And then I go, who am I kidding? And I finish the pizza.
I did have that thought when I finished it. I was like, oh, I'm still hungry.
Yeah, I should have
What am
one
I
more
gonna
of
do?
these. Yeah.
No, I was responsible though. I waited a couple hours and then I got a brownie sundae.
Yeah, there you go.
And that burned as soon as I was done, I was like, all right, I got about 800 calories left. We're stopping there. That's my stay at the blackjack table. Keep going.
When you know how many chips you've got for the day, specifically Lay's and chocolate.
Yeah. But I did have a moment where I walked in and that pizza had gone to the wrong place where I put the blame on them. I had this brief moment of like, well, the other place should have told me they were further away from where I live. They don't know. If you looked at my phone number, you would assume I lived very far away from the area code.
Philadelphia.
Yeah. You would think that I was in Glenside.
Yeah.
Ordering a pizza.
Yeah. For the Arby's Friendship School.
Yeah. But then the guy at the place was real nice. He was like, hey, I use my phone to pay using Apple Pay.
Sure. Because it's 2024.
Yeah. He's like, the flashlight on your phone is on. And I'm like, oh, I don't even know how that happened, but thank you. He was like, hey, no problem. One time when I was in high school, a bird pooped on my back and nobody told me until like the second to last class of the day. So I always tell someone when I see something. And I thought,
I love this guy.
Yeah. I was like, you're really nice, very positive, all smiles and pleasure, but you are a way better person than I am because I would enjoy the show of somebody walking like once the poop's on your back, it's a little bird poop. First of all, how do you not feel it? It's wet, right? It doesn't drop as like a hard little pellet.
Well, maybe you were like laying face down on your elbows in the quad. It pooped on your back during an early period while you were outside, maybe on a break, and then it dried rapidly. Then you would not know that you had dried crusty bird poop on your back.
Cause if you're doing that thing with your elbow where you're like doing like a cutesy little pose.
Yeah. You could be staring into someone's eyes. They do.
You got a shirt tent.
Exactly. There's no way that anything wet right there. Now, if the wet is underneath, like that one bead of sweat that goes down the middle of your back, then you don't have a shirt to help sop that up. Your shirt is too busy sopping up bird poop from the north that can't get sweat from the south.
Yeah. Never the twain shall meet.
All right. Shall we dive into this topic, Hal?
Oh, do we have to?
Yes, we do. This is a fun one, I think, because this is an expansion of one that we did before. We did an episode of rocking chairs versus porch swings.
And rocking chairs won, right?
Rocking chairs won handily in every category except damage.
Mark.
But what?
Did you listen? Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but it occurred to me. You listened to the episode to figure it out. You sort of skimmed through.
No, I listened to the whole episode today.
Was that the first episode where we talked about Cracker Barrel? Because I feel like you can't talk about rocking chairs without talking about Cracker Barrel.
We did talk about Cracker Barrel in it. And in fact, you said in the episode, I can't believe it took us this long to get to Cracker Barrel.
Also, I want to say something. I think Cracker Barrel's getting rid of the general store.
What?
I think they're getting rid of general stores.
No, that's the best part of the Cracker Barrel.
I was going to say, you're getting rid of the wrong half of Cracker Barrel.
Yeah. Just save the general store. Like LA, we have the worst version of Cracker Barrel, which is a ghost kitchen delivery version of Cracker Barrel. That is the absolute worst element of Cracker Barrel is the food. Nobody goes for the food.
Man, I have no desire to look at a giant checkerboard, but I really, really, really want some soggy, terrible sweet apples.
Oh.
By the way, if you
I love it's apple pie middles, man. Show some respect. It's apple pie middles served as a breakfast side.
If that was the middle of an apple pie, it would look like if there was a really old Goofy and his dentures were out, it would just be slopping down. It's not enough. By the way, if you want to go to a proper Cracker Barrel, I know where one is that we could go to, but now there are no more stores, no more rocking chairs. This is a fresh start. This is sitting outdoors.
This is terrible. This is terrible.
This is a very sad day. I feel bad that I dropped that on you.
All right. Well, you know what? This is how we can cheer me up. We can take a look at these 4 fine categories of outdoor seating. And at any point in this was just me going, all right, what are the different versions of outdoor seating and how can we break them down? If there are any that I have missed, please feel free to throw them into their respective categories, which are the chairs, 2 or more, water fun, and Mother Nature. Oh. So these are the 4 categories of outdoor seating that I was, in my cursory, let's throw spaghetti at the wall and see who decides to sit. This is what we came up with. So pick one of those categories to begin with.
Let's start. Was it nature? Is that what
Mother Nature.
Mother Nature.
Let's start with Mother Nature. Yeah.
Would a blanket on the ground at a concert or for a picnic, would that constitute Mother Nature because you are ultimately sitting on the ground?
This is something to determine right now.
Yeah, I think it is. I think I think anything that involves you sitting on the ground for the most part. And the reason why I wanted to go into this one is to talk about this specifically because we talked about it on the phone when we were figuring out which topic we wanted to do. You mentioned some kind of chair, some kind of what I believe is a garbage chair, but you like. This is nothing against you. It is for me personally. If I sit on the ground too long, the coccyx or tailbone starts to feel sore. And me having something that is just me sitting on the ground, but I have something supporting my back does not solve the problem because the problem is pressure on your butt on the ground, which is not free unless you live in like a bog. You don't get soft enough. I would argue there's nothing in nature that is really made for you to sit on, even if you took advantage of a tree that is just giving you everything. And then at the end, you've worn them down to a stump and you sit on the stump, right? You got a stump. You got a rock by the river, right?
Yeah. Okay.
What are some other things? What are some give me some more.
Here's what I've got on the list. I've got as two separate things. I just added this one. I've moved this one around a little. So I've got grass and blanket on the ground. We can determine between those. Though I think it's got to be the blanket. Otherwise you get grass stains. Though if you're not worried about grass stains, you also have something to kind of piddle with and play with. Like if the conversation gets a little dull, you can grab a blade of grass and do that.
In the middle of telling you like, I just, I don't think I've ever heard my dad tell me that he loves Mark.
Did you know you can make a harmonica out of a blade of grass?
Really? Show me.
Yeah, it's like this.
I don't know how to do
that.
I know people can do it. I don't know how to do it.
It's just you got to hold it perfectly tight between your thumbs. That's the whole thing. Yeah. You're basically just creating a little reed.
And then I just go like.
And then you just blow through it. Yeah. And it vibrates.
I'll try that next time.
All right.
Next time we're somewhere with grass, you'll show me.
Next time we're with grass. Okay. Well, let's, while we're talking about this, we'll get to the rest of nature later.
Okay.
Between grass and blanket on the ground, does the ability to make a tiny grass kazoo outweigh the green that you might get on your pants or the slight wet or dirt or ants?
Well, first of all, the ants aren't going to be stopped.
Without a blanket as a barrier.
Nothing's stopping the ants. If they want to come up on the blanket, they're going to make it up there. It's not exactly like a journey up the face of a cliff for them to get there.
Isn't it though?
Well, maybe relative, but they make it up there.
Yeah, that's true.
They can walk right up. There's no I've never seen an ant consider I don't know if I'm going to be able to get up there. Oh.
I would love to get to that belt, but there's so much denim between me and that.
Hey, Gerald, let's do that thing where we all get on top of each other and form a chain. And then the first ant up helps the other ant.
You're talking about ant stack?
Yeah. Let's ant stack. We got to get on top of that blanket.
All right, hang on. Hey guys, we're going to do ant stack. Oh, they all ran. They all scattered. They don't want to do ant stack.
Oh man, I knew I should have laid a bead of syrup down. So here's the thing. If you're on the blanket, you can get a blade of grass. It's not unless your blanket is literally a protective cover over the entire green area, which it never is.
That's true. I think you got to have a blanket down if you're the person who's sitting on the grass and not on the blanket, it's because you got to the picnic late.
Yeah. Here's the thing though.
Yeah.
If the ground is wet, wet blanket, wet butt.
Not necessarily, my friend. You've got to get a blanket. You got to get a specific blanket that is designed to go outside where one side of it is like waterproof tarp.
Yeah, I have that.
Then why are you complaining that it's going to get wet?
Because I don't want it.
Do you have a hole in it?
I actually think I gave it away.
Oh my god.
Got rid of it.
All right.
Got rid of it. It's a freebie.
So grass is eliminated, but our other choices in the Mother Nature category are, as I have them, two of them you got right off the bat, which are tree stump and big rock.
Big rock. Yep.
Big rock and tree stump. The cairn. I don't sit on a cairn.
No.
First of all, if it's a cairn that's properly made, then the smallest rock is the smallest, and you may stand up and that rock's not there anymore.
That's true. Well, it is.
Yeah, it is. It's just
rock
not.
May follow you home.
Yeah, don't sit on a cairn, man.
This painful to walk on beach has 999 happy rocks.
But there's room for one more.
In your butt.
I've also added, I realize you are connected to the ground in a secondary way with this particular one. That is tree limb, my friend. A tree limb is a great seat. If you can find, there used to be at Griffith Park in the old zoo section, a little offshoot where a tree had been struck by lightning and the tree itself had grown into this big, wide, flat splay of almost like hands. And you could fit 3 or 4 people comfortably sitting in that tree, having a Capri Sun and a conversation on a Saturday afternoon. And it is delightful.
So you can recreate that photo of the people working on the Empire State Building having lunch?
Yeah, just in tree form.
Yeah, it's fine. Like, really, the best tree branch to sit on is the one you have to climb to, right? You want to?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This was one that you had to climb. Point? Yeah, it was a good, and there were enough rungs that you could get up to it. So you were about maybe 6 feet off the ground.
I'll tell you what I'm looking for. This may be a good time, just personally in my head. What am I looking for? Mm-hmm. What is going to provide me the most comfort? Because there are 2 things I'm looking for, right? I want to be able to sit comfortably and talk to someone if we're having a conversation, or I want to be able to sit comfortably and survey the area, right? If the sun's coming down, I want to be comfortable watching it.
So you want comfort for the survey and comfort for the duration?
Yeah. If we're both sitting on a branch, we got to do that weird, like, looking sideways at each other, unless we do, like, we're on a seesaw.
Oh, I see. That's what you mean by the survey. Yeah. No, seesaw is not going to make the list of best. I don't think there's many. I mean,
we'd have to be seesaw style on a branch facing each other. Crotch born. I mean, if you're concerned about ants, they will go up your shorts.
Yeah.
Then you'll have ants in your pants.
Yeah. You don't want ants in your pants.
It's not just a weird board game.
All right. The duration, I think, is a big part of it. How long can you remain there?
Right.
But also maybe there's a little bit of adventure, a little bit of something that you can't get in your indoor seating that I kind of like about outdoor seating. That'll be an element that shows up a little later. But between these, so are you against the tree limb because of, well, you brought that up at a certain point. For what reason? What element of that was the tree limb not giving you?
It's not giving me a good conversation spot because we're sitting side to side.
Yeah, potentially.
If you and I go to a restaurant that has picnic tables, we're more likely to sit across from one another and side by side because it makes it easier for us to eat and talk and
sure. Unless the sun is coming down and one person would be in direct bright sunlight.
Right. Then one person puts on their glasses and says, "No, I'm fine," the whole time, while the other person says, "Are you sure you don't want
you're not fine?
Bring an umbrella. Are you okay?"
No. I'm fine, Hal. I've got my sunglasses on. It's okay.
I'm sure it's getting really bright. It's going to get lower.
It's okay. It's fine. Will you read the menu to me though?
Yeah. I mean, they'll bring over an umbrella.
No, it's fine. I'm fine. I'm going to be fine. Hal, okay. I'm fine. I promise I'm fine. The eye surgery it's been weeks.
You're still wearing those giant sunglasses that cover your whole head.
Well, it's because I don't want to take my cool glasses off because I was really excited to get glasses.
You also got like what looks like a tear of blood streaming down your cheek.
I'm fine, Hal. I'm fine.
It's not a big deal we could switch.
No, I don't want to switch. Stop asking if I want to switch.
All right. The appetizers are mushroom caps stuffed, the mozzarella,
it's so
but not
bright.
See, I told you. We'll just bring. Can we?
Let's get back to. Can we please just get back to the question?
Okay,
Hal,
fine.
Is it big rock or tree stump?
It's neither. I don't think anything from this is look, when you're out in nature and you need to sit, it's like anything you can do in a pinch.
Yeah.
If you're climbing up a tree to sit on a branch, it's the accomplishment of climbing up the tree more than like, well, that looks like a place I'd like to post up for a bit. Yeah.
Well, sorry, Mother Nature. Nothing from this category is getting picked.
You are not a chair. You're not my chair. And that includes that weird chair you're talking about. I don't want
that chair's really nice. That chair's really nice. I would argue that just for the adventure of it all, a tree limb would be the winner from the nature section. But if it's going to immediately get eliminated at the end anyway, why even bother?
Do you agree?
All right. I think I agree. Okay. I think because if I'm outdoors, if I'm camping or going to the beach or something, the first thing I make sure I have is a chair. some version of something to sit in.
Sure. Of course.
All right. So, now would you like the chairs, 2 or more, or water fun?
2 or more.
2 or more. All right. And again, if you think of any other ones besides what I have listed here, let me know. We can pick our favorites from among these. The picnic bench, the park bench, the patio sofa. I'm thinking those like the wicker with the cushions, like the patio cushions. Set. Cushions. Yeah, like one of those. The porch glider, which was not in the running last time, but both of us said, oh, if that was in the running, it would win.
Yeah.
The amphitheater bench with rented seat cushion. I'm looking at you, the Hollywood Bowl.
Oh.
That's not going to win. No, I just wanted to mention the Hollywood Bowl because it's my favorite thing about the summer in Los Angeles. The Disney 80s and 90s concert they just had this week was amazing. Jody Benson and Susan Egan sang a duet of When She Loves Me that was phenomenal. And also a swing set.
I think what you pointed out early, because Susie said glider, I was like, oh, at first I was like, oh, patio couch.
Patio couch, cushions. I love a patio couch.
It's real nice. It's usually like a sectional. Mm-hmm. A nice sectional.
Big square wicker thing.
Yeah.
In your friend's backyard.
Yeah.
That's great for just sitting in a summer afternoon. Dusk is the best time to sit at one of those. Or super late at night. I feel like those are where I always have the best, like, long talk about life conversations.
Fire pit.
Yeah, exactly. Frequently around a fire pit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do really love those, man.
They're really nice, but
you think that the glider, you think the motion is going to trump all these other outdoor seating areas.
Park benches.
Picnic bench, garbage.
Picnic bench, garbage.
2 pieces of wood.
They're even bad for like even trying to sit down.
Yeah.
They are they are like designed by the producers of America's Funniest Home Videos to force you to fall either trying to get into them or out of them. And they hope you have a plate full of hot dogs or potato salad or chips or grapes.
They might as well be spring loaded or have a lever that flips up one side of it.
When you sit down or get up, there's a pre-recorded Bob Saget, Oliver Shullum going, uh-oh.
Jeez. Yeah, it's definitely not the park bench, though the park bench does benefit from its utility use as a second lower picnic table annex. That's where you put the bag that held the big bag of potato chips or the instructions for the grill.
Yes.
But yeah, no, that's a garbage seat. A park bench is lovely. I like the curve and I like the wrought iron design of a beautifully crafted park bench.
Yeah, they look beautiful. Have you ever there are a lot of these in Los Angeles. You've been in people's homes where they were designed in the 30s or 40s. Mm-hmm. And you notice that the doorways are significantly smaller. Like they're built for a time when people, before we evolved into what we would now consider regular sized people, like it's very narrow and very short.
Yeah.
I don't know who a park bench is built for unless it's like, somebody designed it who had severe scoliosis. They're like, I'm going to make something for us.
It is a weird curve to it. It's a beautiful curve.
Put your butt all the way in and be comfortable. Like you're in a weird position or you're doing the thing where you create a gap and you're like, like leaning back and then that's bad for your back. It doesn't feel good.
If you want to fill the whole thing out, you have to kind of stick both your butt and your chest out like the kid in class that reminds the teacher they were going to give you a pop quiz.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I mean? That very specific pose of that one kid that you're like, you walk in the classroom, you're like, oh, you're going to be the one.
Wait, you didn't give us homework yet.
Yeah. Ugh. Fix your scooch. Scoot your butt forward and stop getting us all in trouble.
Park benches are built for turnover like the seats at a McDonald's.
They're built for memories with little plaques on the back to remind you who paid for the park and then died.
Exactly. Yeah. It's basically a headstone.
They're little sittable headstones.
Yeah. And isn't it odd that very elderly people like to sit on them and feed the birds and you go like,
oh, but I do love the image of just a sweet old person sitting and feeding the birds on a park bench. It's a lovely image, Hal, isn't it? For all of the grief that we give to the curve of the park bench.
It is, until you're like, hey, sir, may I feed the birds with you? And then he looks at you with a twinkle in his eye and he goes, "Off, I'm busy."
Yeah. Or, my teacher forgot to give me homework. Like, why are you sitting like that?
I'm still waiting. She said she would bring the assignment in the afternoon. That was 1904.
I fed so many birds.
I can't leave this earth until I do my homework.
Is it why? Oh, my hand is going right through you.
Yeah, please free me. Get off my bench.
All right. So it's between the patio sofa and the porch glider.
And the glider. But I want you to imagine.
We forgot about
set the scene.
Hold on a second.
Oh, yeah. What did we forget about? Go ahead.
We're forgetting the swing set. Though that may not count because that's two individual things side by side.
Yeah. What is this?
It's a weird
movie where we find out that we're interested in each other.
Well, hold on. Let's not eliminate the outdoor swing set off the bat. If you're sitting there on the outdoor swing set holding on to those two chains, you're probably telling them your monologue.
Yeah. You're doing the monologue.
Yeah.
You're doing a classic setting. The one movie that what movie pops into your head when you think of two people on a swing set having a conversation?
Anything Hallmark at Christmas.
Okay. I think of Coming to America. When he's helping with the catering at the party and they come out and he sits and he's really, Akiva's very firm and then he tries to loosen up. And
look, allow me to point out that I believe this is the reason that Swing Set won our best playground equipment episode.
Well, because you jump off of it and it's fun.
Yeah. When you're looking so it's got to still be, outside, it's still, you keep adding functional. This is best outdoor seating. This isn't best functional outdoor seating. Some of this outdoor seating is just for fun.
Mark, how long you sit in
Flagpole. Flagpole is the best outdoor seating.
Harvey Danger was right.
Paranoia. Everybody's coming to get me. All right. So patio sofa. Okay. I'll pose it to you this way.
Go ahead.
The patio sofa and its comfort versus the porch glider and its motion. I believe you were about to set a scene.
Set a scene. You're sitting. It's dusk. The sun is starting to set. And you're seeing all the beautiful colors because this is a hellscape of air pollution that gives us a lovely rainbow of colors each sunset. And as you're sitting there enjoying it, you hear like the bugs are starting. They're like, whatever they do. It's not what they sound like. And then there's a bird who's like, they're like, tweet, 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 tweet. That's still happening. Like they're getting ready to go about their business. And you got that subtle motion and you hear the little, but like subtle, not too loud as you use the glider.
I do like the sound of the glider.
And you just enjoy.
Yeah. Let me ask you this though, Hal.
And she leans her head under your shoulder. You put your arm around her. And then you enjoy the movement.
I do enjoy that. I very much enjoy that. And also
I think on the couch too, I guess.
You can do that on the patio sofa as well, though usually they're really deep and I'm not a deep couch guy, like my knees to be off the thing and my back to still touch the cushion.
Seems like, the Lily Tomlin character.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like Edith Ann, you know what? You mentioned Edith Ann in the previous, previous rocking chair versus porch swing. Yeah, I don't like them too big, which a patio sofa can be a little too deep sometimes for my personal taste, but some people like to sit crisscross applesauce fully on one of them.
Yeah, but
let me ask you this. If I'm sitting there and I have Annie by my side, or you're sitting there and you've got Jen by your side, or if you and I are sitting next to one another, your very own criteria of the comfort survey is not fulfilled in this.
Why?
Because you're sitting side by side. Of course, I guess you're sitting side by side on a patio sofa too, but it's easier to physically turn your whole body.
You could do like the talk show thing of like, I'm going to turn to you and one leg's going up and we're talking that way. I get it. I don't like the depth of them a lot of times. And the wicker part, even if they don't have the depth, is like, like you get that pattern on the back of your leg. Like it's just at like the wrong angle, but assuming it's the best version of it. I don't have a real dog in this fight. I like either one.
Well, I don't
comfortable. I just like things that move. I think that's just me. I don't know if it's a self-soothe or what.
And I would agree with you there. And I'll also say, if we're trying to find objective ways to pick between these two, we did previously on an episode mention that were Glider in the running in that episode for best, for the motion based outdoor furniture. Glider would have won. And by Supreme Court stare decisis rules, I don't think we should overturn a previous decision.
Okay.
So I think it might have to be the porch glider.
All right. So porch glider wins.
Yeah. Porch glider wins that
category. We have 2 categories to go. Is that right?
We'll take a quick break. We have 2 categories to go. We have water fun and the chairs, but we will talk about those shortly. For right now, we'll be right back.
Have you been looking for a new podcast all about nerdy pop culture? Well, I have just the thing for you. Secret Histories of Nerd Mysteries.
Secret Histories of Nerd Mysteries is a weekly pop culture history podcast hosted by me, host Alston.
And me, host Brenda. We've already tackled mysteries such as what happened to the puppets from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? Is Snoopy Mexican? And why do people hate Barney so much?
From theme parks to cartoons to 80s, 90s, and 2000s nostalgia, we tackle it all.
Check us out every Tuesday on MaximumFun.org and wherever you get podcasts.
Hey, this is Mike Cavalon.
It's Way.
And Sierra Cato,
the hosts of TV Chef Fantasy League,
where we apply fantasy sports rules to cooking competition shows.
We're not professional chefs or fantasy sports bros.
Just 3 comedians who love cooking shows and winning.
We'll cover Top Chef, Master Chef, Great British Bake Off, whatever's in season, really.
Ooh, you know chefs love cooking whatever's in season.
We draft a team of chefs at the top of every series.
And every week, we recap the episode and assign points based on how our chefs did.
And at the end of the season, we crown a winner.
You can even play along at home if you want.
Or you can just listen to us like a regular podcast about cooking shows. That's cool, too.
Subscribe to TV Chef Fantasy League on MaximumFun.org or wherever you get your podcasts.
All right, which category do you want?
Water fun?
All right.
Is that
water
right?
fun, yeah. I've got 4. Again, if you think of any others, this is 4 outdoor seating.
Can't wait to hear what this is.
You've got pool float.
Yeah.
Inner tube.
Yeah.
Hot tub seat and swim up bar stool.
Can I tell you
swim up bar stool is infrequent. That is only usually, let's say, like a all-inclusive resort or something like that. But I do enjoy very much a swim up bar.
Let me ask you a question about hot tubs.
Yeah, man.
When you are in a hot tub, where do you want the water to come up to?
I want the water to come up to my chest, and I want the jet in the middle of my back.
When you say
in fact,
chest,
jet in the middle of my back would put this one over the edge for me.
When you say chest,
yeah,
show me with your hand where on your chest. Please illustrate.
Like mid sternum, north of nipples.
Sternum. Oh, you want your nips out of the water?
No. Mid sternum. Where do you think your sternum goes?
Isn't mid sternum like your
sternum is like
belly?
Here
It's under here. That's sternum. So
that's
here.
the top of your sternum
This
is that little.
I'm pointing to my collarbone right now.
Yeah, your collarbones meet at the top of your sternum.
The
bottom of your sternum
your hands disappeared.
No, my hands went to.
Stand up and let me see.
How do you not know where a sternum is? Have you not ever seen a skeleton? Do you not know where the middle of a sternum is?
They frighten me. They're just bones.
I know, buddy, but look, sometimes they're human anatomy. They're not all in ghost movies.
You watch that silly symphonies where they dance and tell me they're not terrifying.
Okay, if I had greater than a B cup, it would be where my cleavage began, where that little crack begins.
I just want to see.
Right here.
All right, right there. Okay,
yeah.
Okay, I see. You are above your nips.
Yeah.
Halfway between neck and nips.
Halfway between the little. I
consider this chest.
The little cereal bowl.
Like bread basket right there.
Bread basket. That's the bottom of your sternum.
That's going down there. No, that's
I'm going the whole thing. Yeah.
That's belly valley. What you talking about?
Oh my! You know what? Here's the thing about Belly Valley: the barbecue there is so good.
Come on down to Belly Valley. We've got ribs. We've got pulled pork. Hell, we've got pulled ribs.
We serve you hot links on a plate of gossamer strings. Enjoy Belly Valley barbecue. We all talk like
on
this
Highway 9 in Belly Valley.
Belly Valley. No, oddly, the only highway. But it's number 9.
Yeah.
No wonder people failed 8 times before, but we never ask. Because history is forbidden in Belly Valley.
Once you reach Belly Valley, everything you know is gone.
You exist in the context of all that came before, but you're not allowed to ask about it.
Also, we have grilled chicken.
Corn fritters.
Hush puppies.
Loud puppies.
Here's the thing. I've rarely found a hot tub where the seat allows you to sit with the water to the level you're talking about.
Oh, you're in the wrong hot tub.
Got a hot tub at my place.
Where does your hot tub seat put you? Where's your water level in your hot tub seat?
It's too much of my titties are out. And it gets cold. I don't want to have to slink down, because what happens is like you wind up slinking down, or you do the thing where you're like, you got your arms on the outside like it's the wall from Charlie Brown, and you're both leaning on it.
Sure.
So I'm sitting there doing that because I'm trying to stay, when you get into a hot tub, unless it's really hot weather out, in which case, why are you getting in the hot tub? My goodness, be careful.
At night. In Southern California, hot tub at night in the summertime is great. I'm rarely a hot tub in the pool.
Delight.
Yeah. Hot tub in morning. Sailors take warning.
Sailors take warning. That's right.
Yeah. Also, if you're a sailor and you're in a hot tub in the morning, take warning because your boat probably left. Yeah. You're like, because they usually leave pretty early. Like, I'm in my hot tub. And then, wait, what time is it? Oh, give me my shirt with the flap.
The little ship on your arm is steaming. It's just any part that's out of the hot tub becomes cold and colder. And
so it's all, but you're going with the notion that you're going to be sitting in a hot tub where the seat is at the wrong level. I'm a glass half full guy. I'm going to assume that the hot tub seat is at the exact right level on my chest. The water is nice. I'm sitting.
How often do you have that?
Most of the time, I guess I'm hot tub height.
Yeah, how tall are you? Like a short trunk? I'm 6 foot.
Yeah, see, I'm 5'9", so that extra 3 inches is the nipple inches.
Would you say you're more legs or trunk?
I'm all man, baby.
So you'd say you have shorter legs.
I don't know. I guess I feel like my legs are pretty short. Like when I get shorts, I get the 7-inch.
Jennifer is the same height as you. She is like all legs.
Yeah, she's all legs.
Very legs.
I'm not all legs.
Mother, 5'7", practically legs with an office trash can on top of them. That's not saying anything bad about her body. I'm just trying to sell you on how short, you remember how short her midsection was.
We've got to get moving on though. We can't stay on hot tub seat height we've done a good 8 minutes on hot tub seat height. We literally have not gotten to chairs yet.
This is my tight 5. I'm working up a whole hour for HBO about being in a hot tub.
All right, let's talk about the seating in a pool. The seating when you are inside the pool on the surface of the water. That would be the pool float where you've got the cup holder in the seat with the back on it. Yeah. The inner tube when you've got full legs flopped out over the only real way to be sitting in an inner tube is not wearing it like a belt. It's with your butt in the inner tube and your legs over the top.
As you know, where I live, we have a pool 10 feet from our gate.
Yeah.
We bought floaties we went to a pool supply store and we each bought floaties, and we bought the ones that look like a little chair.
Those are great.
Sort of sit in. Yeah, those are nice. You want to be in the water a little bit. I think
are your legs, are you like waist down in the water where you're like in one of those baby bouncers?
Like Belly Valley.
Okay, Belly Valley.
It's not the one where you put your legs through it. It's like suspending you. Like, I can walk now.
Gotcha.
I'm developing my leg muscles.
Yeah.
The inner tube, I love an inner tube. If I'm going to sit in an inner tube, it's going to be going down a river. Yeah. Like, I don't want to have my legs out. Otherwise, you do the thing where you go through it. And again, you're doing the Charlie Brown top of the wall thing.
Or that's what I do, the Charlie Brown top of the wall.
Head,
if I'm in a pool, I do the Charlie Brown top of the wall because I have some sort of agency over where I'm pointed, where I'm going. If you're sitting in an inner tube, you have absolutely no control over what's happening. So if that is the case, if that's the case, I would prefer to be moving in a direction down a river where I am just giving into the motion. if I'm just sitting in an inner tube like that in a pool, I'm just going to be constantly asking you to spin me around so we can talk, as opposed like, oh, my head. Oh, I'm going this.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, spin me back. Okay. They'll spin me back around.
Yeah. Or you have to like, your arms are not set to paddle because it's a bigger inner tube. So you're doing like a little turtle flipper.
Do you have slightly more
turtle
ability on a raft though? On like a pool float, seated pool float?
Are you riding like a horse? Well, the seated one, no, it's worse because you're doing this or you try to do that. You know, it's the same thing. You're at the whim of the movement of the water. You don't really, even if it's still, you're kind of, there's going to be some motion to you because there's like the water filter system there is water cycling into a pool by and large. Yeah. So there's a little bit of movement.
There'll be some motion. Yeah. A subtle current. Swim up bar stool. Too niche or delightful because you're brought, frozen things with umbrellas?
Hey, well, you know what I'm getting if I had this swim up bar. Hamburger.
Oh, apple juice. Oh, hamburger.
Apple juice with hamburger.
Hamburger and an apple juice.
I get a food. If I could eat food in a pool, that to me is on par with showering at the airport.
Showering at the airport's fantastic.
Yeah, you feel like royalty, like you have secret access that nobody else has. I would 100% take the bar stool in a pool because also you're lighter in the water, so the back support is not as big of an issue, and you're leaning forward to have a drink or do whatever. It just feels, it's very bougie, very exciting. When we honeymooned, the pool there had a swim up bar, and I think we got lunch there one day, and it was lovely.
When we were working that gig in Cabo a couple of weeks ago, I mean, it was absolutely. It was where we literally held rehearsals. We were like, all right, we'll just do rehearsal at the swim up bar because it's got the overhang on it.
Yep.
You can grab snacks or drinks. Yep. I think the best of the water fun section. If it's not, I was worried you might have thought it was too niche. I'm glad that you're on board for this because for me, I think as much as I love the jet in my back, but your nipples are out. So I think it's the swim up bar stool.
Yeah. Nips out, tips out. Not good.
All right.
It's going to freeze. So, I wish for everyone, by the way, I wish peace for all people, but most of all, I wish that they get to experience a swim up bar where they can, that is also a restaurant. So if you don't drink like me, you can get a nice lunch. Anyway, chairs.
All right. So this is the final. So first of all, the two that we've got going into the finals are the porch glider and the swim up bar stool.
Yes.
Sorry, Mother Nature. You've lost. You do a lot of things right, but not this.
Yet again, you've lost.
Yet again, you have lost to a couple of humans. It only takes a couple sometimes.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Here are the chairs in no particular order. And, again, if you have more that you would like to add, please feel free to add them.
Do you want me to give you commentary on some of these and you can see if you agree?
I want one adjective. I want one adjective for each of them.
Okay. I'll give you a word.
No, give me two.
Adjective.
All right. Give me 2 words for each of them. Give me one positive, one negative, a pro word, a con word for each of them. All right. You ready?
Yeah.
Lawn chair.
Nostalgic. Uncomfortable.
Okay. Lounge chair.
Oh, relaxing. Complex.
All right. I want to give some too because I've got one for this one. I would also say relaxing.
Also. Yeah. What do you have for the first one? Lawn chair.
All right. I realized very very
like
quickly into this game. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to also play.
Yeah. No, you should be playing too.
Yeah. I would say, portable.
Okay.
Uncomfortable. For lounge chair, I would say nap and imprint. Because I always get this imprint of those slats across me. I get a vinyl slat imprint.
We have lounge chairs here. They actually, like, whatever material they used to make the different color pieces of material, like plastic material, came off on our towels.
No.
Yeah, I mean, they were
not good
towels, but like they're nice pool towels. Now they look like they used bronzer incorrectly.
I'm gonna change nap. I'm gonna use a different word for nap.
Okay.
I mean, a different word than nap because I want to point out you pointed out that element of it, the relaxing element. I will point out the other delightful element of it, and that is adjustable. I like the little clacky bar. I like the clacky bar where I can make it different heights. I can even make it a bed if I want to make it a bed.
The whole thing of like, you're trying to do it while you're sitting there, and then it'll slip, and then you mess it up.
And then and then Bob Saget goes, "Whoa!"
Yeah. No, boy. Sorry.
All right. Camping or beach chair?
When you say beach chair,
like I'm thinking the ones that like accordion out.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Useful.
Mm-hmm.
And struggle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean when I say struggle, right?
To put it back in the bag?
To try to get out of it.
Oh.
If you have to do like the with your arms circling, you got to sort of do that to get out, or try to push up and out and hope it doesn't fold down. What are your 2 words?
My 2 words would be handy, because I always have one in the back of my car because we live in Southern California. I would say handy and, flimsy.
Yes. Flimsy. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. The stuff will tear. The little cup holder will get ripped. Yeah. Anyway. All right.
Oh, those. Yeah. Oh, I hate those.
This is the chair from the same big wicker sofa patio furniture set.
Oh, matching and grating.
Yeah.
Because the armrests are wicker and they grate the skin off your arms. I know I was supposed to say one word, but I feel like I needed to provide further context.
No, look, this game, obviously the rules are in flux. Yeah, I'm going to say, I'll say comfy. Ample. I will say ample. That'll be my first word. And my second word for it will be damp. Because frequently, if it has rained anytime within the previous 6 days, those are rendered unsittable unless somebody ran out when the rain started and pulled those cushions in.
Yeah. Oddly, they're always covered in evergreen leaves.
Yeah. How do you always have pine needles on you? Yeah.
Yeah. Like, would you go up north? Go to the Sequoia National Park?
All right. Rocking chair.
Oh, classic.
Mm-hmm.
I have to think of a negative word.
Yeah. Damaging.
Damaging to what?
The wood underneath. I told you it was the only thing that we determined to be a negative of a rocking chair is that it can damage the porch underneath.
Damaging.
Yeah, I think they're pretty great. That's going to be a tough one to beat. And then the Adirondack chair.
Oh, fashionable, uncomfortable.
Literally the 2 words I was going to use.
Really?
Well, not a variation on fashionable. But yeah, beautiful and uncomfortable. Adirondack chairs look cool. They are not comfy.
I was going to say, when we were getting furniture for our patio, all we have is like a table. We have like 2 chairs, maybe a table and an umbrella. But we looked at Adirondack chairs and I was like, I don't want something that is uncomfortable to both get into, sit in, and get out of. 3 things, not both, that are in 3 ways is uncomfortable. And it's all the things you need a chair for.
Not good, Adirondack chair. So it looks like it's between the lounge chair and the rocking chair, which gets us to a similar problem that we had in the 2-seater category, which is the comfort of one defeated by the motion of the other?
What do you think?
I think I love a lounge chair.
Okay.
I like what a lounge chair represents. It means I don't have to worry about anything for a while. If I'm in a rocking chair, there's a good chance I'm sitting there rocking back and forth worrying about something.
Oh, that's true. The cat that's swishing its tail behind you.
Exactly.
That's fine. Lounge chair is fine with me.
Yeah, I think it's the lounge chair. Are you saying that lounge chair is fine with you because you don't think our chair category is going to win? You think it's still a porch glider or a swim up bar stool?
I think it might be one of those 2, but I also like a lounge chair, so I'm fine with it.
All right, so our 3 finalists, the lounge chair, the porch glider, and the swim up bar stool.
Yes. You want to 1, 2, 3 it and see?
Yeah, let's 1, 2, 3 it. See where we are.
You say it.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Swim up bar stool.
Ah, people of the world, go to a resort. Sometimes the thing that's the best isn't the thing that's everywhere. A lot of times we'll predicate something that's the best on its ubiquity, that it's available to all. Well, this is a rare luxury that we hope everybody gets to experience. I think I've experienced it twice in my life, maybe once. Mm-hmm. Mark has experienced it once, maybe twice in his life.
Twice.
No,
3 times.
3 times. Oh,
I spend more time at bars than you do.
The Monopoly guy. I mean, if it was there, I would swim up to it just to sit there and be there. So I just haven't had the opportunity. But this is like, imagine the fun of being in a pool. Imagine the joy of eating by the pool. Now imagine you never have to get out of the pool to eat. Like you could eat and it's walkable. You're not in like depth. So you could finish it and then walk and get out of the pool if you want to dry off afterwards. But the idea that you could take time away from the jet that you've been sitting next to the pool because it feels good to do that thing where you put your hand on it and it like massages your hand. We all do it. I know I'm not being weird. You 100%. Go to the swim up bar. You sit on the little bar stool. You're practically weightless. It's like being served in outer space. It's like you're on the International Space Station being served like a fancy person. And that's what you deserve because you all deserve the best in life. And we want you to experience the best in outdoor seating, which is the swim up bar stool, asked and answered.
Oh man. You don't know how badly I want to be on a sit up bar stool right now.
Oh, it would be so good.
Oh, wouldn't it? Me with a beer, you with a burger.
Yeah.
Just talking about the best outdoor seating and agreeing on this.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
Well, this topic is closed, but there are many more topics to discuss. So please reach out to us via email at wegotThisPodcast@gmail.com, or
you can reach us on all of the social media. We are at We Got This Podcast on most of them, but on Instagram, we are at We Got This Show. Throw us a follow on all of those and talk about your favorite outdoor seating in the greatest, kindest, nicest place on the internet, which hopefully you all have experienced already. And if not, you're always welcome at facebook.com/group/We Got This Podcast. Thank you to producer Ken Plume, researcher Kate McManus, graphic designer Uri Kelman, and QA engineer Jen Alba.
And thanks, of course, to our musicians, Jonathan Dinerstein and Mike Furman, for our score and theme song, respectively. And thanks to you, the people of the world, with whom we would love to sit in a giant tree limb or a hot tub with jets coming to that exact right spot on our sternums, or a porch glider. But really, man, we want to sit with you at a swim up bar. Doesn't that sound great? To you, we say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. For Hal Lublin, I'm Mark Gagliardi.
For Mark Gagliardi, I'm Hal Lublin. And don't worry, everybody. We got this.
We got this.
Maximum Fun,
a worker-owned network
of artist-owned shows
supported
directly
by you.